All right, today we are going to unlock a really powerful tool for every single trader out there, the take profit order. Now, it might sound simple, but honestly, mastering this thing can be the difference between a winning strategy and, a super frustrating loss. So let's just dive right in.
Have you ever had this feeling? It's got to be one of the most stressful things in trading, right? You're in a great position, everything on your screen is green, your profit is just climbing and climbing. But then the questions start creeping in. Should I sell now? What if it goes even higher? So you wait, you hesitate, and then you just watch in horror as the market completely reverses and all those hard-won gains just poof, they evaporate. Yeah, that right there, that's the classic trader's dilemma. It's this constant, brutal tug of war between the fear of missing out on even bigger profits and that little voice of greed telling you to just hold on a little bit longer. And that emotional battle, it almost always leads to impulsive decisions and, let's be honest, really costly mistakes. So what if you could just take all that emotion right out of the equation? Well, this is where your automated copilot comes into play. Think about it. The take profit order is designed to execute your plan with just cold, hard precision. It doesn't feel fear, it doesn't feel greed, it just acts, making sure you stick to your strategy even when the market gets really, really choppy. So what is it exactly? It's actually super simple. It's just an instruction that you give to your broker. You decide on your profit target beforehand, and the second the market hits that price, boom, your trade closes automatically. There's no hesitation, no second guessing. It is literally your exit plan, locked and loaded right from the very start. And the process, it's incredibly straightforward. It really just breaks down into 3 simple steps. Okay, step 1, you set your target price when you first place the trade. Step 2, you just step back, let the market do its thing. And finally, step 3, if the price hits your target, the system just executes the sale for you. It's all about locking in those gains automatically, which means you're not glued to the charts all day long. And listen, don't think for a second this is some niche tool just for the Wall Street pros. No way. Take profit orders are used everywhere across all sorts of markets. So whether you're trading stocks, navigating the absolutely wild world of crypto, or you're dealing in Forex, this tool is essential, especially in those volatile markets where prices can just swing like crazy in a matter of minutes. Okay, but here's something really important to remember. A take profit order, it doesn't work in a vacuum. To be truly effective, it absolutely needs a partner. Think of it like one side of a coin. It's essential for sure, but it's totally incomplete on its own. And that partner, it's the stop loss order. Just think of them as your offense and your defense. Your take profit order, that's your offense, right? It's out there securing your gains. But the stop loss, that's your defense. That's your safety net. It's there to limit your losses if the trade goes south. Using them together is absolutely crucial. It means you define your potential reward and your acceptable risk before you even click buy. It's all about creating a balanced, disciplined strategy. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds fantastic, right? Automated profits, less stress, what's not to love? But, like any tool in the toolbox, there's a trade-off. There's a price you pay for this kind of certainty, and it's really important that you understand what you're giving up in return. And the main downside is, well, it's pretty simple. Your profits are capped. The moment your target is hit, the trade is over. Done. So if the price just continues to skyrocket after that, you're on the sidelines watching it go. What you're doing essentially is you're trading the potential for some huge, unlimited profit for the certainty of a smaller, planned profit. So let's look at that trade-off in action. See that first bar? That's your locked-in gain. That's the profit you successfully walked away with. Nice. But that second bar? Well, that's all the potential profit you missed out on because the price just kept on climbing. That, my friends, is the opportunity cost of taking that guaranteed win. And this brings us to what I think is the most important part of this whole conversation. Using a take profit order effectively is not about guesswork. It's about strategy. It's about making that shift from emotional knee-jerk reactions to smart, analytical decisions. And that is the real foundation of a smarter trading approach. So the big question is, how do you decide where to set that target? It's definitely not about picking a random number. Smart traders are looking at a few key things. First, their risk to reward ratio. Are you risking $1 to try and make 3? They're studying the market trends. Is there strong momentum, or is everything kind of showing signs of weakness? And of course, they're looking at volatility. A really chalky market probably calls for a tighter, more conservative target. The whole point is to make a calculated decision based on data, not just a hopeful guess. And that leaves us with this final question.
and it's a big one that really gets to the heart of trading psychology. What's more valuable to you as a trader? Is it the discipline of taking a planned, guaranteed profit right off the table, or is it that tantalizing possibility of a much, much larger but totally uncertain gain? There's no single right answer here. It really all comes down to your personal strategy and your own tolerance for risk. And ultimately, that's a question that only you can answer for yourself.